Hello everyone, my name is Fauna and welcome to the first update video, I guess, of my 365-day challenge where I challenge myself to play Animal Crossing every single day for the entire year. I'm still not entirely sure how I want to format these update videos. Today I'm trying the popular voiceover narration approach. I've never done this before though, so if it's janky and not entertaining, I'm sorry. Let me know if you like this or if you'd maybe prefer mini episode compilations like this, but with live commentary of the important moments instead. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. Also, you guys should follow me on Twitter. I finally got out of new account jail over there, so you should follow me there so we can interact more and talk about our fave games and our days and stuff. There's a link in the description. Anyways, let's get on to the update. The last full day uploaded we had was day 17. After we recorded that, I ended up playing a bit more that night. I didn't do much. I just went to Harv's Island and paid Lloyd for Leaf Stall, and then also went to the DLC Island and made some progress over there. I made a cozy zen house for Mallory and a really bad arcade house for Claude that you don't really need to see. I do actually really like how the outside of Mallory's house came out, which is shocking because I think this is the first time I've ever liked anything I've ever designed. Anyways, that was the end of day 17 that you didn't really see. Day 18 was a very busy day, and I almost wish I had live recorded it because it would have been a really nice full day episode, but oh well. It began with Isabel letting us know that the Beautiful Island Ordinance was now in effect, but she had no other news for the day. I loaded into the game, and for the first time probably ever, I checked my mail straight away. I got 2 housewarming gifts from my upgraded house, and also a really, questionable leotard from Nook for doing stretching. Okay, anyway. Obviously, I then made a beeline to the clothing shop, as I do. Talked to Sable, who started warming up to me, much to Mabel's surprise. I then spent so much money on clothing that I ended up having to run through town looking like a poorly dressed maniac to get some more money from the ATM so I could continue shopping for clothes. Unfortunately, I ran into 3 of my villagers on the way to the ATM, looking like a crazy person, so that's kind of embarrassing. After I finished grabbing clothes, I headed back to my house to change. I've decided to change clothes once a week. I finally got some plain tights from the shop today, and also finally have shoes that aren't an obnoxious color, so I can finally wear the Parker dress I've been wanting to wear for ages. Literally, I think I got this on day 2 or 3. So, new outfit of the week dropped. What do we think? Rate it in the comment section. After I finished beautifying myself for the week, I went and searched half the beach for my message in a bottle, and also picked up all the shells along the way like I normally do. I also got distracted for a bit watering all my flowers. I saw Daisy May in the distance, which reminded me that it's Sunday and I need to buy turnips, which is scary. Anyways, there was no sign of the bottle yet, so I headed to the ABD to withdraw money for turnips. A lot of money. We had $2 million in the bank a few days ago, and now this is all we have. We might be cooked. Before buying turnips though, I headed to the museum to assess a few fossils in my inventory. Got lucky, and both assessed fossils were new, so I donated them and then saw Coach was crafting. He gave me a wild log bench, which I guess works for the island theme, but I don't know, it's kind of boring. I was disappointed. Continued checking the beach for my message in a bottle. At this point I thought I had checked the entire beach and was pondering where the heck it could be when a balloon appeared above me, so I popped that and it gave me 5 clay. Yippee. Where's my message in a bottle, Nintendo? Since I was in the area, I sold my inventory of shells and other stuff and got 23,000 bells from it. More turnip money, baby! And then I immediately spent the money I made buying the antique mini table, a cute bird model, a model kit, and an oil lamp. My fishing rod broke and I got an achievement for 50 trash tools. Yay! What an accomplishment. Then I picked and watered all my tomatoes so I can sell them for even more turnip money. Finally found my message in a bottle, and the DIY was the goated angled signpost. Absolutely goated. Thank you, Tucker. Finally, it's time to buy turnips. Daisy May was selling turnips for 93 bells each, which is almost as low as you can possibly buy them for. Is this the week? I bought 340k bells worth of turnips because that's all I could hold in my inventory at one time. I went and dropped them all off outside of Nook's Cranny and then ran back over to buy more. I ended up spending a total of around 520,000 bells on turnips this week. Timmy and Tommy better not screw me over, or Isabel might be reporting about missing raccoons next week. I'm just saying. As I was picking all my stuff back up, Chops walked by me. Maybe the hotel wasn't a great idea after all, because, gross? Then I saw Renee pondering something. I knew she didn't want to move out because Ike had just been thinking about that the other day, even though he only moved in 4 days ago, but I digress. So I asked her what was wrong, and she told me she had lost a book. For the past day, I've had a lost book in my inventory, which I had absolutely zero plans to actually find the owner of because it's like a cute decoration and I wanted to keep it for myself. I think this is the game's way of trying to force me to give it back though. I felt bad and begrudgingly gave it back to her. So now I don't have it and I'm sad. After that, I went on a cap and boat tour, but it was kind of disappointing. I got a basic island and the only thing of note was 2 gyroid fragments. But I figured that was a sign I should go visit Brewster and the cafe. While I was there, I invited Tulin over so I could unlock the Zelda items in Nook Shopping. I don't think I was expecting him to be a jock, but like, I guess when I think about it probably makes the most sense. I'm still deciding on whether I want Tulin as my bird villager for the island. Let me know what you guys think. Should we invite Tulin? Let me know. After that, I logged off for a bit. I came back online at 9 p.m. because the weather app Meteonook said that there would be a heavy star shower tonight, so I was hoping to see Celeste, but sadly she wasn't here. So I just wished on a bunch of stars and then logged off for the night. Just kidding, because I forgot that yesterday I paid for Leaf on Har's Island, so I logged back on to see what he had and also paid for Recent Iris. I now only have 100k left in the bank after that and all the turnips I bought, so I am really hoping these turnips don't bite me in the butt. I really don't want to have to stress and find another stranger's island to go to, but we'll see. Then I actually logged off for the night. Day 19 started with literally no announcements from Isabel. Like, literally so little was going on today that she had to tell me about catching snowflakes. I loaded in and I checked my mail. I bought a ton of stuff from the hotel in Nook Shopping yesterday, but I also got a letter from Leaf and one from Daisy May. Leaf gave me a DIY for a cute little vegetable basket, which I really appreciated, and Daisy May gave me a recipe for jarred bamboo shoots, which is fine, I guess. I did my usual beachcombing for shells in my message in a bottle, but didn't find the bottle just yet. I saw my fruit trees were grown, so I shook them all and gathered the fruits to sell. On my way to sell them to Nook's Cranny, I saw a big fish in the river mouth. Hoping it was a sturgeon, I caught it, and it was indeed a sturgeon. Sweet. Instead of selling it, I've decided I'm gonna put all the expensive fish in storage and wait for a CJ visit. I'm sure he and Flick will show up eventually, right? When I got to Nook's Cranny, the boys told me the morning turnip buying prices was 82 bells. I then sold all my fruit and shells in my inventory for 23,000. I decided to buy the Imperial decorative shelves, a magazine, and those stacked shoe boxes. Finally, I got to make my daily Able Sister stop. I talked to Sable, and she seemed pretty chatty today, but didn't give me a pattern. Soon, but not yet. I spent literally 10 minutes going in and out of the fitting rooms today. I spent so much money. As I was running past the airport, I saw an umbrella in the distance at Town Hall. That can only mean one thing, more clothes. Hello, Kix. Although it turned out the only thing I liked from him today was a pleather fringe bag, but that's okay. It's the first time we've seen Kix on this island, so it's exciting regardless. I checked the right side of the beach and found a large star fragment from the meteor shower yesterday, and my bottle DIY was a garden rock, which I already know, so that's kinda sad. I then spent a few minutes watering half of my flowers and then realized it's friggin' snowing, so that was a total waste of time and watering can durability. Oops. Speaking of durability, right after I came to that realization, I popped a balloon and my slingshot broke. I got a clarinet from it. This also happened to be my 500th item cataloged, so I got my final Nook Miles achievement for growing collection. I saw that a dung beetle had made a huge snowball, so I took that as a sign I should finish off the snowman. He was perfect, naturally. I've gotten really good at this. I saw another balloon and remembered my slingshot was broken, so I quickly ran and made a new one so I could shoot this balloon down. It was 5 clay, so not really worth the effort, but at least it reminded me I needed a new slingshot. I found my money spot and buried 10k. Then I finally got around to planting the carrots that had been sitting in my inventory. Please clap for me. I then went and assessed all my fossils. Unfortunately, out of the 4 I had, only 1 could be donated. I sold the remaining 3, but on my way to Nook's Cranny, I found another sturgeon. So I sold my stuff and put the sturgeon in storage, try saying that 10 times fast, and then headed over to Cap'n for a boat tour. Unlike yesterday, I got some good luck and got an island with a bunch of wheat, which I don't have yet. Sadly, the bottle DIY was a cooking recipe for a veggie sandwich, but you can't win them all, I suppose. I gathered up all the wheat and the coconuts and headed back. While I was selling them, I checked the afternoon turnip prices, and it was 79 bells. Slightly lower than this morning, but looking at my turnip tracker, it says we have an 85% chance for a large spike. I don't want to get my hopes up though, because I've been burned by turnip percentages once before. I decided to visit Harv's Island to see if Leaf had anything. When I approached him, he called me a pansy, and then gave me a DIY for a hedge fence. So, thanks, I guess? He didn't really have anything I wanted to buy, so I then went and talked to Recent Iris, who had just opened up shop today. I didn't really have anything to customize though, so it was a short conversation. I paid 100k bells to open up Redstall next, so that should be open tomorrow. Then on a whim, I decided to get a haircut from Harriet, and I regretted it. She asked me if I liked it, and I didn't want to be rude, so I said it was great, but then I promptly went home to change it back. Much better. Since we've had such bad luck with their bottle DIYs today, I decided to make one last stop for the day on the DLC island. Yesterday, I had unlocked the ability to find message bottles on the beach there, so I figured I'd try at least one last time to get a good DIY. It was a glowing moss jar, which I guess maybe I could do something with? I'm not really sure. Since I'm already here, I figured I'd decorate 1 or 2 rooms before heading off for the day. For the first room, I chose Azalea, who wanted a house full of green furniture because that sounded really easy. At least until I saw the furniture items she wanted. A pear dresser? Come on, girl. How am I supposed to make that work? All things considered, I guess it didn't turn out too bad. That's a lie, but at least I didn't confine all the furniture to the walls this time. That's progress. When I got back from the job, Lottie gave me a pay raise. Sweet. I used that extra money to buy the ice cream display and a small cafe table. I wanted to take another quick job, but Lottie wanted me to take over an entire school, which was too much for me. Unfortunately, she wouldn't let me do it another time, like I was literally stuck in this room with her, so I had to spend another hour decorating this place. It came out kind of cute, I guess. I don't know, you be the judge, comment down below. After that giant job that I didn't even want to do, I felt super fatigued, so I ended my day there. Day 20 starts and Isabel announced Leaf was here, so I made a beeline for him before I did anything else, but sadly he didn't have anything I wanted. I checked my phone and got Nook Miles for 20 active days on the island. We're making progress, baby. Of course, I then immediately ran over to the Able sisters. Mabel was teasing Sable because she's apparently always hoping I'll stop by now. That's so cute. I think we're close to the patterns. Also, Jacob was here. Brother, you were literally in my campsite a few days ago and now you're in my hotel? Get a friggin' life! I realized halfway through my clothes shopping I only had like 9 minutes to check the morning turnip prices, so I ran out of the fitting rooms half dressed to go check. The morning price was 76 bells. There's an 83% chance for a large spike and a 13% chance for a decreasing trend. Not too bad. Then I went and finished my Able Sisters trip. My beach DIY was another veggie sandwich. I literally got that yesterday, game. Come on. I went to find the villager that was crafting, and Midge was cooking. Sigh. She taught me salade de carotte râpé. I don't know how to pronounce that, pardon my French or whatever. I watered my flowers and was surprised to see that both black and pink roses have sprouted. Awesome. Just like yesterday, I saw a big fish in the river mouth. Unfortunately, unlike yesterday, it took forever to see my bobber, and then at that point, I did that thing where I just instinctively pressed down on the first bite. Yeah. Anyway, while I was collecting seashells, a balloon floated by. It gave me a DIY for a ski slip flooring. I went around looking for my money rock because we are seriously strapped for cash right now until we sell our turnips. And of course, it was the last rock I checked. Then I saw the money dig spot and buried the usual 10k bells. I went into resident services to do some Nook shopping, only to realize that I forgot to check the Nook stop yesterday, so I finally lost my 7-day streak. Honestly, I'm just surprised I kept it going this long. I bought a bunch of Zelda amiibo stuff, even though I still haven't taken the previous stuff out of my mailbox. Oops. My inventory was getting full, so I went and stopped by the museum to assess and donate my fossils. Today we got lucky. I was able to donate 3 out of the 5 fossils. I went and sold all the stuff in my inventory for 34k. Then I checked the afternoon turnip prices and they were selling for 73 bells. Now there's an 80.4% chance for a large spike and a 15.6% chance for a decreasing trend. I'm starting to get a little nervous because this is exactly how last week started, but it's fine. It's fine. I decided to take my mind off the turnip prices by doing my daily Cap'n Island run. It was another produce island. I already have carrots though, so I picked them all but didn't take any back to plant. My DIY for the island was another recipe. Getting really unlucky with these the past 2 days. This time I got the recipe for peach jam, which at least it's cute and yummy, I guess. I don't usually check the hot items for the shop, but for some reason as I was walking by, I decided to actually check it today. It was a donation box. Somebody in the comment section once told me that if you sell a donation box as a hot item, the money inside gets doubled. So you bet your patootie I went and crafted one immediately. Then I realized that I had to put donations in 1,000 bells at a time. I was too lazy to do that for super long, so I just stopped at 50,000 bells. So when I went and sold it sold for 101,000. Shout out to that commenter, free money. I decided before I logged off to take a quick trip to the DLC island for a bottle DIY. It was hanging moss, which is an indoor item, so that sucks. Terrible DIYs today. On that note, I decided it was time to log off for the day. I was really hoping to get a little bit of terraforming done today, but it was just a sleepy day and I didn't feel like it. Maybe tomorrow. Or will I continue to procrastinate it? Find out next time. And that concludes days 18 to 20 on Fernwood. If you liked the video, make sure you hit the like button, comment for the algorithm, and subscribe if you haven't already. Once again, please let me know if you like these like voiceover commentary things. I have no idea what I was doing. I hope it turned out okay. I haven't edited it. We'll see. Or let me know if you would prefer like this, but live commentary, like little mini updates, but like my live commentary. And I don't know. I don't know what to do, you guys. Let me know in the comment section what you want to see. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.